What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and I am back to talk about Summer House season 7. I believe it's episode 13. Sorry, y'all. I put this out earlier. I was supposed to come on earlier to talk to y'all about this. Now, this is not the new Martha's Vineyard show. I am actually going to review that. But I wanted to go ahead and finish out the Summer House, the original Summer House show because y'all, it's just been a lot going on this last episode. And I couldn't even do it Monday night or even Tuesday because they vexed me so much. And I'm going to show y'all a lot of photos because it's a lot of you that don't watch the show. So I want you to get familiar with some of the characters and some of the things that are going on in this show. It has really been good this season. It's sad some of the stuff that's going on, but y'all, let's just get on into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming with a force, yeah. Blessing the reap and we coursing on.
All right, so we had Tawana908 in the chat earlier, living my life like it's golden. She says, "Good afternoon." Good afternoon, Tawana. Thank you so much for joining me earlier today. I hope you are able to join us this evening. Of course, my girl Michelle was in the building. She says, "Where is Shay, girl? I am right here. I'm right here, girl. I had a lot going on earlier and was putting this stuff in and couldn't go on and hop on. So I am here. I see that you are in the building right now. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, y'all. So let's just get right on into this episode. So the episode starts out where Kyle is letting everybody know that Carl and Lindsay are actually at the spot, and Carl is going to be proposing to Lindsay. Okay, so everybody is super excited except for Danielle. Okay, y'all, Danielle pissed me off so bad this episode. She pissed me off. She's been pissing me off the entire season. Who the hell does she think she is? This girl was so pissed off that Carl was proposing to her best friend. Now, mind you, I really question the best friend title with these two because my best friend, we've been friends since we were 5 years old. Now, granted, nowadays, having a best friend, it doesn't have a time limit on it. It's just general connections, if you will. But the way that Danielle responded was just absolutely insane. Absolutely borderline insane. It's as if she thought that Carl was supposed to somehow propose to her too. It really, I'm telling y'all, it so pissed me off so bad, this girl. But we gonna get into her. We are gonna get into her. So Carl and Lindsay are at the spot. Of course, Lindsay said yes. They are now engaged. I was so excited for them. But then we have her back at the ranch being a big freaking hater, if you ask me. Okay. She was just like, "I can't believe this. I can't believe that he did this. He didn't even involve me." But when he was talking to Danielle, okay, I want to say 2 or 3 episodes ago, Carl said, I told her 3 weeks ago, he told her 3 weeks ago that he was going to propose to Lindsay. So instead of Danielle portraying a best friend that's actually happy for her friend, now this whole season she's been saying, "Oh, I don't have a problem with y'all relationship. I don't have a problem with y'all relationship. I just feel like you guys just forgot about me," type of stuff. She didn't say, "Okay, when are you going ring shopping? I want to go with you. I want to help you." No, she didn't say any of that. She put a pillow to her face and screamed in it. Not out of excitement, but out of anger that he was proposing to Lindsay because she said that it's too soon. First of all, they don't have to ask you when they need to get engaged. That's the first thing. And second of all, they have known each other for 7 years. 7 years. So why does anybody need your advice or your blessing to get engaged, ma'am? I feel like the way that Danielle was acting in this episode, she was acting like she wanted Carl to give her a ring too. Like she wanted them to be a throuple or something. It's sick and sad. And I am so sick of everybody else in this house coddling this crazed maniac. She is crazy. There is no other way to describe this crazy individual. She is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. So everybody in the house was happy. And Gabby and Sam were looking at Danielle because Danielle goes over to the kitchen table, the counter, and she's like, I just can't believe this. And Maya, oh, pick me, get with chipmunk looking face behind, goes over there consoling Danielle. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe it. Okay, it's gonna be okay, Danielle. I would not console her. Everybody in the house, look at Lexi over there next to Chris. Lexi looking at her like, but I don't even understand what this has to do with you. What does this have to do with you? Why are you so upset? You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and be over here and be happy by myself because this is some foolishness. Like everybody is looking at her like she's crazy. And Gabby and Danielle, like this is a priceless look right here. They both are like, wow, it's giving why. What in the world is wrong with this girl? She's absolutely crazy. Like everybody is sitting there like they don't want to hurt Danielle's feelings, but they want to actually genuinely be happy for Lindsay and Carl. But Danielle is over here acting a plum fool. I had no words for her. Had no words for her. And of course, Paige is sitting over here being a hater. She's like, well, um, I pretty much know that, this is just crazy. I can't believe that they went on and did this and didn't include Danielle. It's just really messed up. Paige, you don't even agree with the stuff that you saying. You just over here stirring the pot. You don't like Lindsay. So anything that Lindsay does, you are just going to contribute to the madness and the foolishness just so you can be seen and heard. And I'm like, girl, just go over here and continue to hide from your boyfriend, okay? Because you don't want to get in a relationship. You don't want to move up to the next level with Craig. Just say that. I don't know why everybody is so fixated on Carl and Lindsay's relationship. It's just really insane to me. But moving on. So Danielle and Maya go outside. Maya is trying to console Danielle, and so she calls Sierra on the phone. Okay. So Sierra says she's so upset. She's like, I would be so mad at Craig if he proposed to Paige and didn't tell me or even involve me in the situation. First of all, Sierra, let me stop your old grim face behind because you are a very attractive woman right now. You being very ugly. You and Paige are so-called best friends now. Did you forget Luke brought you on the show? You were Luke's whatever you were to him. And then all of a sudden you turned on him 2 seasons ago. And now you are on the show and somehow Luke isn't. Only because you are perpetuating this whole best friend vibe with Paige. First of all, Paige probably has a real best friend that she grew up with. And you just somebody that's in New York with her. Y'all are just so fake, it's ridiculous. So she's over here pissed off on the phone, and Maya has her on FaceTime, and Danielle is out here acting like having a manic episode because and crying her eyes out because she's so upset. And Sierra's on the phone trying to encourage her. I'm like, Sierra, get just get out of here. You're not here this weekend. We don't want to hear anything that you have to say. And Maya, you and your chipmunk face, why are you even on the show? Y'all already know I can't stand Maya. She just gets on my absolute last nerve. So moving on, they're all getting ready to go to the engagement party because Carl has proposed. He has told Lindsay that, they're going to go to the spot. They're going to go somewhere, meet everybody else in the house, and they're going to celebrate or whatever. So Lindsay doesn't know at this point that Carl has flown her father, her biological father, in with his wife, which is her stepmom, and some of her friends from out of town, out of state are coming, and they're going to be there to celebrate her. So it's going to be a big surprise for her. So Danielle is in her room getting dressed, okay? And the producer has to come in to console her because she's like, I can do this. I can do this. I can't believe them. I just can't stand them anymore. I'm never talking to them again after this. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, because you're trying to continue to film. That's why you can do this. And the producer says to her, well, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. Like, you can stay here if you want to. Nate, this is Nathan, the co-executive producer of Summer House. He's like, you don't have to go. We're not forcing you to go anywhere you don't want to go and you don't feel comfortable. And Danielle was like, no, I'm gonna pull it together. I got it. I can do it. I'm like, girl, you are insane. What is wrong with you? Like, I've never seen somebody have such a big reaction over somebody getting proposed to, especially your best friend. Now, my best friend, if her dude proposed to her and didn't include me, I would be slightly upset, but not more so upset that I couldn't be happy for my friend. That lets me know that Danielle is just hating and she doesn't care about Lindsay. Danielle is so caught up in her own BS because Robert doesn't want to really be with her. That's very clear. He don't spend no time with her. And she's just really putting all her eggs in one basket with Lindsay and Carl. And it's like, girl, y'all are not all three in this relationship. It's Lindsay and Carl. They're in a relationship. You are Lindsay's friend. You are supposed to be supportive. And I thought you were Carl's friend too. So why are you sitting up here making this so difficult for them? It just really is so sad that this single WP female is just, well, mind you, she's not a WP. She's now she wants to explore her heritage this season, her Hispanic heritage. That she somehow said that she was hiding it because she wanted to blend in more. Which I'm like, girl, I don't want to hear none of that. If you Hispanic year round, every day, 365, 7 days a week. Like, what is like? Why are you all of a sudden, because it sound good, you want to tell us about your heritage? Girl, get out of here. You're such a pick me and a get wet. I can't stand it. Moving on. So they get to the engagement party. So here's Danielle. Everybody's coming over to her, obviously, because her and Lindsay are close. And they're like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So what was your involvement? Like, what did you think? And she was like, well, I'm just finding out today. Carl didn't tell me anything. I don't know anything. So she's walking around having this woe is me reaction to everything. And everybody is looking at her like, are you serious right now? Like, you don't seem to be happy for Lindsay. This is absolutely insane. What's going on, the review hour? Thank you so much for joining me. So everybody's looking at her like she's crazy. Now, the one that I really loved was Danya, which we're gonna get to her. So at 8:05, she was talking to somebody. 8:21, she talking about somebody. So she literally was going around this entire party telling everybody how upset she is, trying to garner sympathy from people. Now, these people are here to cheer Lindsay and Carl on and be happy for them, not sit here and console you, because it's not about you. That's her problem. She made their whole engagement about this whole moment that's supposed to be a happy thing for them about her. And it's insane. So she goes over to Danya, and Danya is my girl. Like, I like me some Danya. They need to bring her on the show. And maybe also because she from DC, she lives in DC, so she ain't with the bullshit, okay? She ain't with the bullshit. So she goes over to Danya, and she's like, "Yeah, I didn't know anything about it." And Danya was like, "Well, it sounds like you have a problem with it. It sounds like you're trying to make it about you. It's not about you. Like, this is one of Lindsay's happiest days of her life, and you're sitting here making it about you." And you know, Danielle says, "No, I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm just saying I haven't seen you in a while, so I was just telling you how I felt." And Danya was like, "Well, I don't give two shits about how you feel about right now." Like, she's like, "I came all the way here from Washington, D.C. You get to be here with Lindsay all the time. I don't. So I'm here to be happy for her, and that's what you need to do." I was so glad that they had Danya on this show, because she the only one that had some damn sense. I couldn't believe that this girl was acting like this and really thought that people were supposed to. Like, I'm like, what did she think? Everybody was supposed to rally around her and say, "Oh, Danielle, we can't even be happy for Lindsay now because, you know, we feel so bad for you." Who gives a shit? Like, I couldn't believe her. My girl Angie is in the building. What's up, Angie? Listen, y'all, this is one of the hardest working moderators on YouTube. My girl Angie. Thank you so much, Angie, for joining me. Angie says, hit the like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to be notified for more. Yes, listen to Angie because she is smart. Okay. If you feel like going the healthy way, please go check out Shay Renee. The website is shayrenee.net. Yes, everybody, and we're having 15% off if you use code SUMMER23. Okay, use code SUMMER23 for a short period of time, and you will get 15% off of your next order from shayrenee.net. So thank you so much, Angie, for bringing that up. Okay. All right, y'all. So Danya is over here giving Danielle the business like she should, okay? Because Danielle is just really pissing everybody off and making everybody feel uncomfortable, but nobody is saying anything. So here we have Paige, Maya, and Sam sitting over to the side. Now, Paige actually said, she said, I don't think Danielle should be doing that because she sees Danielle going around telling everybody how unhappy she is about Carl proposing to Lindsay, not including her in the process. But I'm like, girl, you forgot to leave out the fact that Carl told you 3 weeks ago that he was proposing and you shoved your face into a pillow instead of shoving your face into his shoulder crying out of happiness and saying when we going to look for rings. Like the first thing, honestly, as a best friend, the first thing I would have said was when I found out was, dang, Carl, you should have at least, I know I was acting crazy, but you should have at least invited me to go look for the ring with you. But you know what? I'm not worried about that right now. Y'all are engaged and I'm so excited for y'all. I'm so happy for you guys. Like, what can I do to support you? That's the first thing she should have been doing. The first thing. None of this anger and malicious, like all these malicious actions she has going on. It's just, it's very crazy. It really, really is. I don't get it. So Paige says, yeah, Lindsay shouldn't be walking around doing that. I mean, Danielle shouldn't be doing that. That just really looks bad. But I'm like, you was just cheering it on when y'all was at the house. Anything to stir the pot, Paige will do. And Maya's like, yeah, well, we'll be there. We just have to be there for her. And Sam is sitting there like, girl, I'm happy for them. Like, I don't know what the hell y'all problem is. And I wish Sam had said that to them because she said it in her confessional at the house. I really wish she had opened her mouth and said something. So Lindsay is in the car with Carl and she's like, I want to call my dad and my stepmom and tell them what's going on. Like, I'm so excited. She's like, well, at least she was like, I wish they could be here or whatever. And she was like, let me just call them. Maybe they're up. And Carl was like, nah, it's probably too late and it's a lot of static out here. You probably won't have any service. He's saying that just because he knows he flew them in and he doesn't want her calling them and spoiling the surprise in any kind of way. So he's trying to keep her from calling her parents. So they arrive at the venue and everybody, she's like, wow, it's a lot of people here. They're looking for a parking space and they see that the parking lot is full, mainly because they have a lot of people there to celebrate with them and she has no idea. So they get there, everybody is there and everybody yells surprise to them. Everyone is so excited. And this part literally had me in tears. Lindsay is over here with her dad and she says, Daddy, I'm engaged. I was like, oh my God. I was so excited for her. And that was such a heartfelt. That's how you know that these two are really good for each other. Because Lindsay, I have never seen, and I don't really like, no, I don't even like Lindsay, but this season I actually liked her. This is the first time I've seen her let her guards down and be a real person and think about somebody other than herself. If you go back through all the seasons with Carl, Lindsay lays down her guard with Carl, and he is the only person that she is selfless with. With everybody else, everybody should do this for me. This is all about me, 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 me. She has that real Leo characteristic about herself where she's the king of the jungle and queen of the jungle and everybody should do whatever she says and bow down to her. And with Carl, she has a very servant personality with him. When she flew his mom in when he was having all those troubles, her laying in a hospital bed with him just 2 nights ago because he had a panic attack unbeknownst to her because he was nervous about proposing to her, but she thought it was just because he drank something wrong or whatever at the event, or just was hot or overheated or whatever. So it was really exciting to see her be so excited. So Carl and Lindsay took a picture um with Lexi and Andrea, which Lexi and Andrea are a very attractive couple, if I do say so myself. When they have some children, them children gonna be on the cover of somebody's magazine, child, because they gonna be super attractive if they look anything like their parents. So then we have Danielle still off to the side with her screw face. Like, yeah, I'm just trying to make it through. Just girl, you are just a chronic idiot. I can't stand her. And I used to like Danielle. I really, really did used to like her. But she is so freaking annoying in this episode. Like, look at her looking like a dumb fool. She's like, and at the house, she was like, and I did not know that they were getting engaged. Like, you were about to have me going to a bonfire with dungarees on. Girl, your lack of fashion sense don't have nothing to do with nothing. Go change your clothes like you did and throw this old dry ass jacket on. She is so irritating. So then we have Paige talking about some. Well, first of all, she knew she was getting engaged. Talking about she knew Lindsay knew she was getting engaged because she left out the house with a dress on and she had on shoulder pads. Paige, let's rewind to the last episode. You helped Lindsay pick her outfit out and you didn't even know that she was getting engaged. So what are you talking about? She's an idiot. Paige is just such a hater. I can't stand her sometimes either. So everybody is back at the venue and they're having a good old time. They're celebrating and drinking and having a good old party time. And everybody is just so excited for Lindsay. So Kyle calls Amanda on the phone. Amanda, of course, couldn't come this weekend because she had to stay home with their sick dogs. And Amanda is excited as well. She's like, oh my gosh, congratulations, guys. I'm so sad that I couldn't be there, but we are definitely going to celebrate. So Kyle pulls Carl to the side, and Kyle is telling him about Danielle's episode at the house and how she was upset, and how he just feels like he should probably have a conversation with her. And Carl is like, yeah, I don't want Danielle to be hurt. I didn't do this to try to hurt her, but we're excited and we're ready for the next chapter, and I just hope that our happiness doesn't hurt her. That's definitely not my intentions or whatever. But here's my thing, Kyle. Don't pull him to the side at his engagement party talking about this bull. This don't have nothing to do with nothing. Okay? Danielle needs to just be over there being upset by her damn self and deal with her own issues. Because clearly you can't make two people that much of the center of your life. That's just crazy to me. It's like she's obsessed with them. She's fixated on Carl and Lindsay. And I need her to find something else to do. She need to go and talk to her own boyfriend and get their relationship together. Angie said Kyle's hair gotta go, child. Listen, Angie. Child, I agree. That mullet has got to go, honey. It has got to go. I don't know. Amanda want him to get rid of that damn mullet too. She thought that he was just doing it for his 40th birthday, but he's loving the mullet, child. I don't know why. But moving on, Sam is sitting down with the girls, and Paige is telling Sam that, Corey really likes her, and he was saying that he really likes Sam, and, how he really wants to, this to go somewhere. He could see it going somewhere. And then Sam says, well, this PUSSY is magic. I'm like, girl, okay, girl. But I guess it is because they actually are in a real full blown relationship now. But I think they actually just made it official only about a month ago. So they were just dating during this time on the show. Michelle says yes, the hair is terrible. It is. I really want him to get rid of that damn mullet. It is trash. So moving on, Carl is really thinking about this whole situation with Danielle. He's trying to be happy about the fact that he just got engaged. Him and his, best friend, his now fiance, are taking it the next step further. And, it took him so much to even get to this point, and now he can't even be fully happy in this moment because he got to be over here worrying about secondhand, worrying about Danielle's feelings. Because he was like, feeling kind of bad because he's like, Danielle has really been there for me. She's really been a good friend to me. I knew her before a lot of the people in the house. And, I just feel so bad. And I hate that Danielle is putting him in this position. This man should be happy right now. He shouldn't be sitting over here worrying about how she feels. It's not about her. This is about Lindsay and Carl and their happiness. Period. They shouldn't be over here worrying about Danielle's feelings. Danielle need to go and worry about her own damn relationship with Robert, the disappearing act. Okay. Moving on, everybody goes back to the house. Okay. And Lindsay and Carl have some of their friends that were at the party to come back to the house with them so that they can celebrate. So Paige calls Craig on the phone in her room getting bed sores because that's all she do is lay in the bed. Okay, child. And look at their damn room, shoes all on the damn floor. It actually look better than it normally do because they be having ish everywhere. Okay, I can't imagine what Paige house look like beyond the cameras and what it smell like because that room got to smell terrible. But moving on, she calls Craig and says to him how Danielle was so upset at the engagement party and how, she just didn't really seem happy for Lindsay and Carl. And, she on the phone cackling with Craig. And Maya is in the bed with her laughing and chuckling as well. I'm like, y'all are terrible friends. I would not want to be friends with y'all hoes. Like, this is just ridiculous. So moving on, we go to the next day. They have like a little beach flag football event where they're all just having a good old time and they're playing games and whatnot. This is Lexi and Lindsay setting everything up. So Lindsay goes over and has a conversation with Carl. And Carl tells her, yeah, Kyle told me yesterday about how Danielle was feeling. I just really feel so bad. I'm just so excited about this. And, I really am. I'm just excited about where we're going in our relationship. But I just really don't want to hurt Danielle. Like, I really feel bad that she feels bad. And Lindsay was like, I know you, Caroline. I don't give a about how Danielle feels right now. She needs to be happy for us. And if she's not happy for us, then F her. Okay. Because this is not about her. She's trying to make it about her. And I don't really care. She was like, you don't need to feel sorry for nothing. We are happy. You did what you did was amazing. I'm excited. I'm happy that we're moving forward. This isn't about her. And she was like, you know what? F her. Come on, we about to have a good old time. So everybody goes and they're playing around. Danielle arrives and ain't nobody paying her no damn attention. Well, Lindsay and Carl not. And Carl was like, basically telling Lindsay, maybe we should I should apologize to her. I should have a conversation with her. And Lindsay was like, no, you not. That's what you're not gonna do. We gonna let it go. Okay? We gonna let it go. All right. So moving on, we have Corey and Sam over here talking, and Sam was like, yeah, well, the girls told me, like, you like me, like me. And Corey was like, I do like you. And so she was like, okay, so what does that mean? Like, she's like basically trying to get him to say whether or not they're going to be official or not. And Corey kind of plays coy. He says that he's always been like the funny guy in the group, and he doesn't really like to show, he does hasn't really shown his emotions a lot in the past, but he really does like Sam. He says, he's had flings, and with the girl, basically alluding to the girl that he met on Winter House, it was cool, but he didn't have the connection with her that he apparently has with Sam. Like, I think him and Sam are cute. I think they get each other's quirky kind of humor. They both have that playing coy kind of um tit for tat kind of humor with each other, and they don't take stuff too serious. So I think that they would be cute. Now, I don't know how that's going to age with time. They're going to have to be more serious at some point. But, hopefully everything works out for them because they seem to be really, really cute. So moving on, child, Gabby goes on a date, child. I couldn't believe it. And of course, you know, this I think her preference is the WP. I think that's her preference. That's what she's most attracted to. So that's what she needs to go for. Um I don't know if Lindsay set her up with this guy or not, but this is a blind date, and he's a handsome guy. He seems to be very smart. And what I'm proud of her, she did not ask him what his zodiac sign was, because I'm like, girl, you are going to be single forever if you keep on judging people by their damn zodiac sign. Get to know people for who they are. So kudos to Gabby for finally going on a damn date, child, and trying to explore some things. So moving on, we have Paige in the car with Craig. Okay. So Craig comes down for the summer. I mean, for the weekend to down to the house, and she's in the car talking to him about the relationship dynamics in the house. And of course, Corey is Craig's best friend. So Paige is telling him how Sam and Corey are really close. They really like each other, and you know that kind of thing. So Craig is like, well, yeah, it's crazy the relationship dynamics in the house. Like Kyle and Amanda are married. Sam and Corey are getting together. Now Carl and Lindsay are engaged. You and I are doing our own thing. You know, it's just kind of like we just need to go to the next level, you know? And Paige is like, oh, slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll. Like Paige is not ready to be in a serious relationship. She's not. Paige want to do whatever she want to do. She want to lay up in her house doing whatever the hell she's doing, and she's just, you know, content with somebody doing whatever she wants them to do. She don't want to move forward in a relationship. Now I don't know if it's that she's just hasn't found somebody that has made her want to push forward, but she wants Craig to move to New York, but then she's like, she don't think Craig gonna move to New York because he ain't gonna fit in up there and whatnot. She ain't moving down to South Carolina. It's like, girl, he's the one with the money and the business. You are taking pictures of yourself wearing clothes and on this show. If you ever lose your spot on Summer House, what are you going to do? Just what are you going to do, ma'am? Like, I hope she don't think this her Bravo career is going to be forever. But you know what? I ain't for pushing nobody into no relationship that don't want to be in one. Her and Craig got some decisions to make, because it's clear that Craig is not trying to be riding up and down the road for this bird for too much longer. Okay. Craig gonna end up back with Naomi. That's what's gonna end up happening. But moving on. The Kyle, everybody arrives back at the house. Danielle has on a sailor outfit because she's setting up some type of boat excursion for everybody later on. And so of course Paige, Amanda, and her are sandwiched up hugging. All of a sudden she besties with the people that can't stand Lindsay in the house. That's what this bird is so fake. Like you upset because Lindsay is engaged. You've been talking about her all season with the ops. Like, what is wrong with you? But that's supposed to be your best friend, and you really thought, but from your actions, that warranted somebody taking you to look for a ring with them? Yeah, no. You are fake as a $3 bill. I can't stand her. So moving on, Lindsay and Carl comes in. Lindsay shows the ring to Craig. Craig is like, "Oh, that is beautiful." And look at Robert. Let's look at him over here hating. He probably like, damn. So now Danielle gonna want me to propose to her ass, and I do not want to marry her. I barely want to live with her ass. That's why I'm at work all the damn time. But look at her over here throwing it in our face that they're engaged. First of all, Robert has this misdirected anger because Danielle was at home spewing craziness with him, obviously. So he comes back to the house this weekend pissed off that they didn't include her in their engagement. First of all, this don't have nothing to do with y'all. How about you go buy a ring, Robert? How about that? How about you cut back some time at work so you can spend some time with Danielle so she don't be going cuckoo for damn Cocoa Puffs all in the house by herself, worrying about making shrines of Lindsay and Carl, weren't thinking about what they doing all day, playing with herself, thinking about them and their relationship. Cause look like the sick individual that would be fantasizing about the two of them like that. She is crazy to me. I just cannot. Her and Robert can go on and kick rocks. But moving on, Carl comes over and greets Robert. Robert acts like he's happy for him and gives him a hug and whatnot. He over there being fake as hell. And so outside, Danielle is out here playing the woe is me game again, like, oh yeah, she didn't tell me about it. She's all excited because people are giving her sympathy. I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Don't nobody care. So Lindsay is in her confessional. She's like, you know what? I'm done with Danielle. I'm sick of her. I had over 400 text messages, the 50 million phone calls from people that were at my engagement party and happy for me. But most of the over two, she was like 200 people then told me, she was like, we had almost 200 people reaching out to us, right? This is what she really said. And she said, and a lot of those calls were people telling me that Danielle was being a sourpuss at my engagement party and how she was upset that we didn't tell her. She's like, I'm done with her. She literally made my whole, this is supposed to be something that is about me and Carl. This is a nice thing that everybody did for us. And she's over here making it about her. She's like, I'm good on you. I'm good on you. That's crazy to me. Y'all got hundreds of people texting y'all, congratulating you on your engagement. And then you got people coming to you telling you about Danielle, and that's supposed to be your best friend. That is so disheartening. It really, really is. So Carl and Kyle have a conversation, and Carl is just like, listen, he's like, how did you deal with this after the engagement? He's like, it's very overwhelming and exciting, but I guess it's time for us to move forward into the next steps of this stuff and just enjoy it. He said, but it's just really hard for me to enjoy it right now because, Danielle basically made a whole damn scene or whatever. And she's expressed how unhappy she is, and people told us that she was unhappy or whatever. And Kyle was like, you know what? It's nothing that a conversation can't fix. Just have a conversation with Danielle. Let her know that you acknowledge her feelings or, just move on. And Carl is just in that moment. He's just like, you know what? I just want to be happy. I really don't even want to be like doing all of that. And I really don't think that we need to do all of that. But, I don't want to hurt her. So maybe I will have a conversation with her. But he's caught between a rock and a hard place because he know that Lindsay told him, don't apologize to homegirl. Let her be unhappy by her damn self. And I agree with Lindsay. Like, let Danielle over there sit in her own bullshit by herself. Okay. So moving on, everybody goes out, and they're hanging out, and Robert has been talking the whole time about how he's so upset that Lindsay and Carl didn't include Danielle, that's her best friend. And I'm like, why do you care so much? When are you going to buy a ring? Do you need some help going and looking for a jeweler? Like, that's all I want to hear from Robert right now. Because you are trash too, sir. You don't even spend time with your girlfriend. That's why she over here crazy and deranged, all in Lindsay and Carl's relationship. Both of y'all need to mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. You both of y'all making it about y'all, and it's not. Go deal with y'all issues that y'all obviously have in y'all relationship, because y'all being all in the mix of Lindsay and Carl, they good over there. Maybe y'all should take some pointers from them and actually like each other. How about that? So Robert tells Carl how he's feeling and how he's so disappointed, and it's pissing him off that how they treated Danielle, and Danielle always has their back and blah blah blah. So Carl gets upset. He's like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time. So he walks off. And he's over there sitting on the stoop, just kind of trying to gather his thoughts. He's like, I can't even be happy right now because these motherfuckers all in my business. Like, I proposed to who I want to marry. It's really only about them two. They didn't need anybody else's blessing. They didn't need anybody else's permission to move forward in their relationship. They're marrying each other, not everybody else. And that's what's important. Everybody else needs to mind their damn business, period. So Kyle goes after Carl, and Carl is just like, you know what? Nope, no cameras. I'm pissed. I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. I'm sick of this. I'm just tired of everybody being in my business. Like, Carl says, F you to the cameras, no cameras. Leave me alone. Don't follow me. And then it's to be continued. So, y'all, this is A whole entire mess. It's a whole entire mess. Y'all, this is me in the bed taking a picture of this. Why am I looking so crazy? I thought the camera took a better picture. This took my reflection. But anyway, y'all comment down below. What did y'all think about this episode of Summer House? Um, I just think that Lindsay and Carl need to go on about their business and forget Danielle. Danielle is an idiot. She's obviously unhappy in her own life. She's projecting on them too. Their happiness is not defined by how Danielle feels. Danielle wants to be all, she feels like she's the third, you know, third wheel in their relationship, and they have to consider her all the time. She didn't consider Lindsay and Carl when she was moving to Charleston with Robert, chasing after him everywhere he went for his career. Like, why is she so worried about what they're doing? They weren't all in her business and judging her when she was moving all around for Robert, and how she doing all these things for Robert, living with him, and he don't pay her no damn attention. So, girl, Danielle, just going on. Cause you are crazy. What's up, my friend Spencer Whitelow is in the building. Spencer watches Summer House with me too. What's up, Spencer? How you bees? Michelle says a great live, Shay. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that's watching this show too. If you're watching the replay, please put a thumbs up in the chat and or hit hashtag replay gang. And until next time, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.